Rocks are an important source of early human tools, and are of great significance in human evolution. Therefore, the first period of human civilization is called the Stone Age. Rock has always been an important material and tool for human life and production. Minerals are crystalline pure substances, elements or compounds, that are naturally formed under geological processes. A mineral is a natural inorganic substance, with a defined chemical composition, and an ordered atomic structure, but there are also liquid minerals such as mercury. Rocks are composed of one or several minerals and natural glass, solid chemicals with a stable shape. According to their origin, rocks are mainly divided into three categories: igneous rocks, also known as magmatic rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Extraction of metals from their ores. There are only a few metals that exist in the form of elements in ores, for example gold and platinum. They can be extracted only by using physical methods, for example gold panning. In most other ores, metals exist as oxides or sulfides, for example iron oxide. To extract metal elements from these compounds, chemical methods are required. For example iron oxide, the following is the chemical reaction formula, that iron oxide can be reduced to iron by mixing with coke. Carbon reduction of copper oxide. The crucible contains about 2 grams of copper oxide. Ignite the Bunsen burner and add an appropriate amount of charcoal powder to the crucible. Mix the copper oxide and charcoal powder and place it on the pipper clay triangle. Cover the crucible with a lid. To limit the amount of oxygen, as copper oxide can easily react with charcoal powder, use a Bunsen burner to heat slowly, until the charcoal powder disappears completely. After the chemical in the crucible cools down, observe whether the copper oxide has changed. Reddish-brown powder appears in the black copper oxide, because the copper oxide is reduced by charcoal powder, to produce reddish-brown copper. If the fire is too fierce during the process, it will cause damage to the crucible. The following is the chemical reaction formula, that copper oxide can be reduced to copper by mixing with coke. Some unreactive metals, for example silver and mercury, just put their oxides. When heated strongly, these oxides will decompose to produce metal and oxygen. Thermal decomposition of silver oxide Part 1. The boiling tube is added to a small amount of silver oxide. After heating, the boiling tube will release colorless gas. The outlet of the stainless steel pipe is connected to pure water, and the released gas is tested with a glowing splint. The glowing splint relights again, and the heated silver oxide becomes silvery white. Therefore, silver oxide is heated strongly with a roaring non-luminous flame. It decomposes to give silver and oxygen gas. The following is the chemical reaction formula of silver oxide, decomposition after heating silver oxide. To obtain highly reactive metals, for example potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium and aluminium, their compounds are then electrolyzed in a molten state to produce metals. The required metals can then be collected at the negative electrode. The following is the chemical reaction formula for alumina heating, and then electrolysis using direct current.